game we're looking at is Mario Brothers for the NES. You've probably played an incarnation of this game on the GBA's Super Mario Advance games, or you may have played it on the e-reader. You may have played it on Animal Crossing. If you're really old school, you've probably played it in the arcade even. The point of the game was you were Mario, and you went around through different phases or levels, defeating a set number of enemies in the stage, collecting coins, and yeah, that was really about it. It was a very simple arcade game. There's a couple bonus stages throughout. There were some different enemies changes, little up the ante. It really wasn't that fun of a game, honestly. I mean, the concept's kind of cool, and it was kind of a fun game, and it's nice as a freebie, but actually paying money for this game is not my idea of a smart move. If you like the game, go buy Animal Crossing, go buy Super Mario Advance game for the GBA, whatever you have to do, but don't buy this game off the Virtual Console. Save your points for something better. I mean, really, don't kid yourself. It wasn't that great of a game, even if it had Mario in it. The game we'll be looking at now is Solomon's Key for the NES. This is the only non-Nintendo developed NES game to be out at the launch of the Wii's Virtual Console, and it was a decent showing. The basic idea is you use these blocks to create paths, a shield, basically anything in the game, to get to a key to get through each room. There's a lot of secrets, so if you're a big puzzle fanatic, there will be a lot of rewards for you if you play through this game. It's also really friggin' hard. There are ways you'll trap yourself and make yourself die. There's a lot of enemies. There's a lot of traps. You will screw yourself at least once into a corner and just end up dying because you can't beat the level. The game is challenging, there's no doubt about it, but the game is fun. It can be, until you get frustrated and break the controller, which I'm sure somebody has. But if you can get into it, and if you enjoy puzzle games, there's a lot of secrets to be uncovered, different endings. There's good music, good sound. I mean, nothing spectacular, but it looks good. There's a lot to do. The gameplay was addictive and fun for puzzle fans. If you like puzzle games, this is a pretty good game to pick up, because this is one of the few games I actually can say you can't get it anywhere else, and it's one of the few games a lot of people haven't played. So this isn't a bad game if you have 500 points to check out. I liked it. I mean, it wasn't anything spectacular, but I'd never played it before, so it was a kind of a cool experience. I still come back to it every once in a while when there's something else to do. It's not one of my favorite Virtual Console games, but it's definitely a decent one, and if you like puzzle games, or just something where you have to actually put your mind, or you just want a challenge, or maybe you just want something you've never played before, this is probably one of the best NES games to get right now. The last game we're going to be talking about is Wario's Woods for the NES. Now, the point of the game was you're Toad. Yeah, Toad had a starring role. And you're arranging monsters and bombs to stop Wario from taking control of the forest. I don't get how that works, but go along with it. Now, it's a puzzle game, so Toad can pick up individual objects, or he can pick up entire columns of objects and move them around elsewhere. Now, the object is to clear the screen of objects and bombs, actually. There's two things. I mean, just clearing a thing. Now, you get these by putting them in 3 or more monsters in a row, or bombs in a row. So, I mean, besides a few boss fights randomly every few rounds, which basically the same concept that your line clearing did damage, it's a decent puzzle game. It was a fun puzzle game when I played it. The thing is, A, you can get it on Animal Crossing, and most people have Animal Crossing and played it. B, there's actually a superior Super NES version that a lot of people don't know about, actually, surprisingly. And C, in comparison to games like Meteos, Tetris Tech, or Planet Puzzle League, which is out right now, Lumines, Tetris DS, and other, like, puzzle games, it's just doesn't hold up that well. I mean, there's just not enough there in the NES version to make it worth 500 points or $5 basically. It's a good puzzle game, don't get me wrong. Just in comparison to other versions, ways you can obtain it, and puzzle games nowadays, it just doesn't hold up as well. So, frankly, my opinion, save your money and wait for something better. So, this is the closing of this week's, or today's, probably, seeing as I'll probably do more to catch up with the Virtual Console games that have come out, edition of the Virtual Console Roundup, or the tentative name thus far, because I haven't thought of anything better. I just really wanted to get the first one out and see how people like it. So, I hope this helps you out in looking for some games. I plan to do more. And that's really all I got. And next week I'll be back with the other games that came out at launch, which are the Super NES, the Genesis, and the TurboGrafx games.